Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that rule well and teach well. And also shalom and salutations to the fellow brethren and laborers that are laboring in this work as well. All right, so this lesson that I'm going to be getting into today is going to be a real quick lesson, just going into Lot, because the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is in control of everything. You see, the Lord is the one that ordains what spirits are to do, on the earth, man, for what purpose they have. You see, because everybody was given a particular lot on the earth, a particular thing to do, a particular job to fulfill. You see, for example, you have the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Today, those are their modern terminologies, but they're known as the chosen people of the Most High, the Israelites of the Bible. You see, so their lot or their purpose on the earth is to be righteous. There's many characteristics for them. They have a lot of purposes, but just to narrow it down, their purpose is to serve the Lord, man. To be the chosen people of the Most High, beloved of the Lord, to be righteous, man. That's the lot of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And then you would have the Edomites. They would have their particular lot or the particular thing to do on the earth, man. And that's to be what? To bring forth unrighteousness, to be disobedient, to be wicked, man. To do everything contrary to what the Israelites are, which are righteous. So just to be wicked, and the nation of Edom, they're known as the so-called white people today, man. You see, they're known as the Edomites in the Bible. And then you also have other nations, such as Ham, Cush, Elam, Moab, Ishmael, which, Psalms 83 gives you a list of those nations, but their purpose would be to serve, to be servants. Servants under who? The Israelites, man. So everybody on the earth, as far as nations, have particular lots, that they were ordained by the Heavenly Father, man. You see? So let me get this in Romans 9. And I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, For this the word of promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also hath conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. You see, so it was prophesied that Rebekah would have 2 sons. You see? But those 2 sons, the Lord had already elected and chosen their purpose before those 2 sons did any work, before they did anything good or evil, before they did anything, man. The Lord already ordained their lot. The Lord elected their purpose, in the womb. You see? Going to prove that the Lord is in control of all things, man. And you cannot escape your lot. You see, so an example I can give in my modern terminologies, let's look at a football team, man. You have different players, that are on the field, both offensive and defensive, right? You see, and you have different positions on the field. You have the quarterback, the running back, the wide receivers, the O-line, the snapper. You see what I'm saying? But each and every player, their specific position was actually ordained by the Lord, man. And how do we know this? Because for one, you could take a look at it this way: a physique. You're not gonna have an O lineman try to play quarterback. Why? Because they're fat and heavy. He was basically built and programmed to be an O lineman. It's just like a defensive lineman. He's not gonna be a safety. Why? Because his physique is that of a defensive lineman, man. So that in itself, proves that once you're given a particular role, you can't get out of it, man. By the Lord. So this is the case. In this case with Jacob and Esau, they were given particular roles and lots that they couldn't escape. They couldn't change. Scriptures also say about the so-called white man, if he could change his skin, can they eat? Matter of fact, let me get that. This is, I believe, this is Jeremiah 13 and verse 23 says, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. You see, so the so-called white man was accustomed to do evil. His spirit was programmed to do evil. So there's no way that he could do good if all he knows is evil. Him doing evil is actually, to him, is normal, it's good, You see, so you can't really escape your lot or what the Lord has ordained you to do, man. So let's go from there to the book of 1 Corinthians. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, and verse 32. Because even the prophets of the Lord, they have the same occupation throughout different lifetimes, man. And that's also another thing. Reincarnation is in the scriptures. So, spirits are recycled. They're brought back, man. So whatever you were, you would occupy that same occupation when you die and come back, man. See? So this is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 32. It says, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. You see, so if you are a prophet in your past life, you would be a prophet in your next life, So, and you would find a way. The Lord would basically bring you back to your lot, just as every brother, man, that's out there in the highways, that's a prophet of Yahweh Shemashai. At first you were in the world, but then the Lord basically guided you back to your lot, man. Even when you were in the world, you didn't really get that high, so to speak, man. It ain't going nowhere because other things weren't your lot, man. But everything that happened led up to this moment of you, becoming a prophet, man. You see? So let's go from there to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So Jeremiah was predestinated to be a prophet in his mother's belly, man. So it wasn't something that he chose or something he wanted to do, but it was the Lord. It says, then said I, Lord, power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. It says, but the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. You see, so Jeremiah couldn't escape his lot of being a prophet, man, or doing what he had to do, or doing what the Lord ordained him to do. So let's go back to Romans 9 in the NLT. Verse 11, it says, but before they were born, before they had done anything good or bad, she received a message from the Most High. This message shows that the Most High chooses people according to his own purpose. It says he calls people, but not according to their good or bad works. She was told, your older son will serve your younger son. In the words of the scriptures, I love Jacob, but I have rejected Esau. Are we saying then that the Most High was unfair? Of course not. For the Most High said to Moses, I will show mercy to anyone I choose, and I will show compassion to anyone I choose. So it is the Most High who decides to show mercy. It says we can neither choose it nor work for it. So we can neither choose nor work for the Most High's mercy, man. It's his. He gets to choose, man. Who he decides to have mercy on and who he doesn't decide to have mercy on, man. For example, this truth is actually a form of you having mercy from Yahweh Bashim Ashai, a form of you receiving mercy by understanding this knowledge, man. And it wasn't like, you couldn't work to have the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Ashai to give you this knowledge. You couldn't choose it, but it was just given, man. For whatever purpose the Lord intended. So, you can't really do anything about it, man. And the Most High is not unrighteous because this is his program, man. So I'm gonna end it off there. Lord willing, that lesson was edifying. I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Chakodash. Until next time, Shalom.